Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Joy Hub. We're Barry and Tracy, and we are here to help teams, leaders, and couples journey into greater joy. So, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about traditions, which is fitting because we are sitting here about 2 weeks from Christmas in 2024. And really the idea with traditions is not to just do the same things over and over again for the sake of doing them, but really it's a prioritizing our people and making good memories and creating fun expectations with our people. And we've talked about this a lot as we've hit the empty nest years. We've reflected back on some old traditions and even talking about starting some new ones. So we just thought it would be fun to share some of the traditions we've experienced as a family, and then we want to hear some of yours too. So why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, one of our favorite traditions at Christmas is the Happy Birthday Jesus tradition.
Yes.
And we started this really early with our kids. And so on Christmas Eve, what we'll do is we'll stop and get a cake, or because we were traveling a lot of times, or if we were at home, I would bake one, but we would just have a Happy Birthday Jesus party, and we would read the Christmas story, and they would get to eat cake late at night, so they were looking forward to it. And it was really special for them to connect that Christmas isn't just about presents or Santa, but it's to say Happy Birthday Jesus.
Yes. And also around the holidays, whether it be Christmas or even we would do this sometimes at Easter with Easter baskets, as we would do scavenger hunts.
Yes.
We always, we were fine playing all the traditional, things that society does around Christmas and Santa and Easter and the Easter Bunny, but we really wanted to do something unique where they even got a chance to work together, and it was just so fun when they were little to watch, them read the clues and figure it out together. Where do we go next? And see, little Dawson chasing his big brother Harrison around the house and offering advice to where to go look for the next big clue or the next gift. That was a lot of fun doing the scavenger hunts.
Those are some great memories.
Yeah.
I love watching those home videos of them running around the house, especially the year they got like a basketball goal and they finally made it outside and found the goal. Another one is we have a few traditions related to our kids when it's their birthday. For instance, on their birthday morning, it's breakfast in bed, and I would bring a tray, and we had a really special plate that a friend of ours gave us that said "You are special," and we put whatever their favorite breakfast was on a plate and let them have breakfast in bed, which was not something normal for them, and they just loved that. And then another one related to their birthday is we started kind of early on letting them pick the birthday meal, and the whole family would go to wherever that child's birthday spot was. And when we started this tradition, it was like CiCi's Pizza, Chick-fil-A. So
I'll never forget the year that little Madison picked Piccadilly Cafeteria, if you remember that spot.
Yes. The boys were not happy with that choice. And so it was like a fun thing that we started, but I don't think we had a long-term goal in mind of how much this is going to take on, because like CiCi's Pizza was cheap, and now the last kid picked a really high-end steakhouse for the whole family, which was a lot of money for that birthday.
A little different than CiCi's.
So maybe think long-term with that plan.
Yeah, well, he only turns 25 once,
so
it was worth it.
Yes.
You're the one who always reminds me how worth it this stuff is. I think also vacations.
Yes.
And having some of the same spots, and I see you all on Facebook, a lot of you go to the same spots, and there's just something about having our spot with our people and so many memories, just connected back and traced back to that certain spot. And even we have a spot that we bought into, and so our kids know that as long as we don't sell it, that is going to be their spot it could be their spot for their families for years to come. So I love vacationing to the same places. Not that we don't occasionally do something different, we do, but just having several spots that are the same kind of go-to.
Yeah. And one more that's been a really powerful tradition for our family has been reading. Early on, I was really passionate about our kids being readers, and so they didn't always love to read themselves, but I would read out loud to them every summer, and we would pick a series to read through, and we would read C.S. Lewis, and we did all the Harry Potters, and our rule was you had to read the book before you could watch the movie. And so that was really motivating to them, and they still talk about some of those stories, and that being like really special to them, and wanting to collect all the books that we read together, and they even have read them as an adult. So and actually all of our kids are readers now, which is kind of amazing. Like our oldest, that's all he asked for this year for
His whole Christmas list was an
books.
Amazon list of books and bookshelves.
And bookshelves, because he has so many books. So that was a pretty important tradition that was fun.
Yeah. And I'm just sitting here as we share these things, recount them, of course, play back in my mind's eye, like it's increasing my joy just sitting here right now, reflecting and talking about it. And that's just God giving us those chemicals in our brains that bring joy. And so we want to ask you to consider reflecting. We'd love to hear some of your traditions. Drop some of your traditions in the comments. We can share in that way. But enjoy being with you guys again, and we will see you soon.